Right, we're still solving because we have the equal symbol. That's what tells us to solve. We don't have to have the word. The difference with this equation is that I have a variable term on both sides. We're trying to isolate the variable, so we need to get rid of one of these variable terms. We can choose either the minus 7x or the minus 5x. I'm going to choose to get rid of the minus 5x. It will just keep my x on the left. That's the only reason I picked it. So I want to make that whole piece cancel. I'm going to have to add 5x to make that cancel. So on the left, I'm going to bring down what I have, and I'm going to add my 5x right after the one it's going to go with. So it's going to combine with that one. So I'm going to add a 5x plus my 4. And on this side, I'm going to add a 5x right here to make it cancel. So I'm just putting the like terms side by side. Now we'll clean up. On the left-hand side, for your x terms, you have different signs. Subtract, sign of the larger, keep your variable. And 14 on the right. Now you'll notice we have a two-step equation. Now we know which side to go on. Go on this side with the x. And you're going to take off anything added or subtracted first. So we want to take off the 4. It's added, so to make it cancel, we should subtract 4. Do the same on both sides. So notice my new step on both sides was to do the minus 4. This one cancels on the left. That was our plan. Leaves us negative 2x equals, work out the right-hand side, different signs, subtract, sign of the larger. Now go back on the side with your variable, and you're ready to divide. So we're going to divide by the coefficient of the x, so dividing by a negative 2. And that will leave us x equals 2 into 10 will go 5. Only one negative, that's odd, so negative. X equals negative 5. Problem 21. We're still solving. Anytime we have like terms on one side of the equal sign, we can combine those. So this problem actually has simplifying before we get ready to do the solving. So on the left-hand side, we can combine our x terms because they're on the same side. So 8x minus 6x, or 8x and a negative 6x. Different signs, subtract, sign of the larger. Bring your equal straight down. Also on the other side, we can combine any like terms. These are like terms. And we have a positive 12, and this would be a negative 22. So different signs, subtract, sign of the larger. So sign from the 22. Now we're ready to go with our solving. It's actually only a one-step solve. Go on the side with the x, divide out the coefficient. So we're going to divide on both sides by 2. We get x equals 2 into 10 will go 5. We only have one negative, that's odd, so negative. So simplify first on each side of the equals before you start solving. Our next problem looks really short. It's small compared to those others, but you have to be very careful with it. We want to get the x by itself, so we're working on that side. And so that means we need to take off the 5 first. Now the 5 sign's in front of it, so that is a positive 5. This negative is with the x. So we want to cancel out a positive 5. We're going to have to subtract a 5 from both sides. So that's the one I had. I'm going to subtract a 5. Do that on both sides. Now clean up. On the left it cancels out. That was my plan. Don't lose your negative. That's with the x. And 10 minus 5 is 5. Now go back on the side with the x. If it wasn't a solved problem, what would our coefficient of the x be? It would be a -1. So we can even write the 1 on there if we want. If we saw it on there, we would know, well, we need to divide out that coefficient. So that leaves us x equals a -5. So you're not allowed to leave negative x.